Hi, this is Kathy with Usborne Books and More. Thanks again for coming to the Facebook party. I want to make a video here to show you a lot of the books that we have for preschool and kindergarten age kids. We have so many awesome books in this line, and I'm going to try and cover a lot and hopefully not talk about all of them in too much detail. So if you have questions about any of these in particular, please feel free to ask them below in the comments. I want to start by showing you our #1 selling line of books. These are our most popular books, and they have been since they were released last calendar year. This is the Shine a Light series. Here we have Secrets of the Rainforest. There are 11 books in this line. There's also Secrets of Winter, Secrets of the Vegetable Garden, so many different ones. If you type in secrets in the search bar or look in the catalog under secrets, you will probably see them all. So what's awesome about these books is you have this page here, and when you shine a flashlight behind the page, it reveals a hidden picture that you can see when you shine a light. And on the back it tells you about what you just saw. These are so cool, and to pair these with a fun flashlight, a themed flashlight. I have a lizard flashlight somewhere that we like to use when we read this one. It makes such an awesome gift. Next I will show you these books. This is a whole series of books called Beginners IR Readers. They are $4.99 each. And they are written at about a first grade level, but I really feel like 4-year-olds get a lot out of these because the pictures are so cool, and it's little tidbits of information that just help you learn about all kinds of topics. We have 45 different books in this line. Little quick pieces of information. These are also linked to the internet, so when you're done reading them, you can go online and watch informational videos about these topics, also get activity pages. This is just a few of the ones that I have in my collection. Like I said, there are 45 of these, maybe even more by now. So if you go in our catalog on page 82, you will see all that we have. And I have a link to the catalog. If you missed that link, let me know and I'll get that for you. This one is one of our big books. We have, I think, 12 big books. This one is Rockets and Spacecraft. We have trains, we have machines, we have bugs, we have stars and planets. What's awesome about these is you can kind of tell up against my head how big these are. They're huge. Just think for a little 4 or 5-year-old to be holding this. This one talks all about different kinds of spacecraft, and in each big book there are 4 enormous fold-out pages. So the kid can really get an idea of how big these things are. So fun. There's one called The Human Body, which the fold out that goes up and down has a full-size skeleton. This one, and like they have the planets, the stars one will show you the whole solar system. It's all tidbits of information. This one's at about a 2nd grade reading level. But again, you don't need to be able to read to appreciate these awesome pictures, and it's just a cool way to spend time with your little one. Finally, we have really cool Lift the Flap books. There's a line of them called Questions and Answers. Again, you know, 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds ask a lot of questions, and the cool thing about these is you get to learn it with your child, so you don't look like you don't know. You're learning it together. This one, Questions and Answers about your body, is really fun because who doesn't like learning about the funny things that your body can do? This, the who, what, when, where does my food go when I swallow it? Well, it goes down here and then it go through your intestines. Where do my ideas come from? Well, they come from these things that happen when you think about them in your brain. Really fun. The kids this age too love to lift these flaps. So why is running around good for me? Because it helps your heart and other muscles stay healthy. There's a general knowledge one too that's really cool. These are just great for gifts. They're great to have around the house. They're awesome. Okay, so next I'm going to show you our interactive books that we have. So I want to start with this picture book right here about Nibbles, the book monster. He eats books. And what he does, he's kept in a cage. Don't let him out because he will eat books. This one is so cool because he gets out and he starts eating through books that you already know, like Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, but he's eating through the story and he's messing them up. 4-year-olds who already know these stories love this book because it's messing things up. It's really funny. And then make sure you put him back in his cage. Don't let him out again. He also comes with this plush. If you wanted to, you would order it separately, but you can't. My 2-year-old, this is my 2-year-old's best friend, and he's corduroy and squishy. He's very fun. We have these really cool books called Muddle and Match that are, they have repeating letter sounds throughout. Marvin the Mighty Monkey moves toward the mark on the map to meet the mysterious magical meerkat. What's cool about these though is it's cut in thirds, so you can mix these guys up and be super silly and super funny. Both of my girls want me to read it the way that it's written. I know as kids get older, they can mix these up and use them as writing prompts and talk about what this silly guy would do. So we have Jungle Animals, Monsters. There's Muddle and Match, Imagine, which is like fairies and mermaids and witches. Adventure, which is pirates and knights. And then we have 2 brand new ones that just came out, Sports and Jobs. These are so fun for preschool age. We also have a lot of really cool sticker books. And these are 2 of the easier ones for little ones to do. Build a Town and First Fairground. These are great when you're just trying to pass the time, maybe at a restaurant and you don't want to get out a screen. You can take these stickers and build little scenes with them. And another fun way to pass the time is these 1001 Things to Spot books. So if you like Where's Waldo kind of thing, but maybe your kid's not ready for that because Where's Waldo can be kind of challenging, these ones are great for the preschool aged and kindergarten age students because there's a lot going on, a lot to talk about, but they get to practice counting and things are all clumped together pretty well. So if you wanted to find the 6 pixies polishing, they're all kind of hanging out together whenever you do find them. This is the Christmas themed one. We also have, there are a lot of different, if you type 1001 Things to Spot, we also have ones that come with a sticker book. This is Vacation, this is Fairyland. We offer these in paperback as well for a less expensive price, but I have found that my kids like to touch and hold the hardback ones. Next I want to show this one is 50 science things to make and do. These ones are so cool because it's stuff that you have around your house. Really easy to do and just a fun way to spend time together. We did these actually, the milk shapes ones, where you just warm some milk and add vinegar and watch it curdle, and it tells you what's going on. It tells you what's happening, and then you can add sparkles to it and make fun shapes. There are lots of different things in here to do with stuff that you have in your kitchen and in your house, and it's learning about science, different ways to make science experiments. This one's really fun. We have wipe clean books too, where you take a dry erase marker on these plastic covered pages, draw in, this one is words to copy, so you learn to draw the words, and then when you're done you take a paper towel and just wipe it off. If they forget to and they leave the marker on there, you just get a wet paper towel and rub it. It really does come right off. We have 20-something different ones of these that go all the way from beginning pen control for little ones all the way up to learning times tables. This one is called Telling the Time, where you can spin the clock. This one is illustrated by Stephen Cartwright, and anything that he does, there's going to be a little duck to find somewhere on the page. But Sam and Poppy are going through their day, and they ask Mom all the time, what time is it? So they can your one can practice figuring out what time it is by moving the hands on the clock. We have several of these puzzle books. This picture puzzle book. There's an Under the Sea themed one, I know. I think there's On the Farm too. Very similar to the Where's Waldo one, except this one you're specifically looking for the one that's different in these giant mazes of animals. This one, I would say this one is a really good bathroom book because it's something to kind of relax your mind while you are otherwise occupied. Okay, so, and then this, now I'm going to talk about our beginning reading books, and I just wanted to show off these picture books that are really cool. They're nice and puffy, the backs on these, but all of our picture books in this line are $9.99. Jack and the Beanstalk. Look at these beautiful illustrations. They're so pretty. We have Cinderella and Red Riding Hood. These are so nice. They're fun to touch too. My 5-year-old keeps reaching for these ones, even though she knows the story. They're just fun to hold on to. We have several collections of stories. This one is Aesop's Stories for Little Children, where you get a lot of different stories in one place. So these are all the different stories you would get in here. And this collection is $19.99. Great for the preschool aged kid because there's not a ton of text, but still enough that you can have a nice story. When they are getting ready to learn to read, so they might be practicing letter sounds, getting comfortable with letter combinations, my number one suggestion for that age is this Ted and Friends book. It comes with an audio CD if you want to have someone help you read aloud. These are all of the different stories that come in this book. But these are the kind of things they get to practice. Fat cat on a mat. Consonant sounds, vowel sounds, and some of the pages in here lift up. Again, this was another Stephen Cartwright illustrated one, so there's always going to be a little duck to find on every page. This one too is probably my favorite one to recommend if you're just looking for a good book to have in your collection, The Complete Book of Farmyard Tales. Another Stephen Cartwright illustrated book. You get 25 stories in here, or it's 20 stories in here for $24.99. Again, with an audio CD, so a nice British man can read you these wonderful stories. This one is one of our dual readers that has one line of simple text that goes across the top. If you want to just read across the top, the story you won't lose anything from continuity. Down at the bottom, there's more developed text, so you can read a little more detail into the story. The top line is a 1st grade reading level. The bottom line of text is a 2nd grade reading level. You can read this with a 2-year-old, and they can follow the pictures. And then a 7-year-old can read this on their own, and every age in between will enjoy them. It also has a really cool, down here you can kind of see the bookmark that comes with it. Lastly, when they're ready to start, when they're showing interest in chapter books, I'll just show these. This is Billy B. Brown, and this is a beginning chapter book. If they're starting to read sentences on their own, this one's great because it's got big, giant text, short, simple sentences, and the occasional illustration. Billy B. Brown has a best friend named Hey Jack. So she goes through girl things, Jack goes through boy things. Those are all of the ones that I have to show. If you have questions on any of these, please let me know. Thanks so much.